So today I want to talk about how to price a paint job. Right now I'm standing in a standard 12 by 15 room. Standard bedroom. You see it in every house. Most houses have 3 or 4 of them. And I like to break painting quotes down into these bite-sized pieces. For every room that you have that's 12 by 15-ish and in this range, and you've got to paint the ceiling, walls, doors, and trims, you're gonna want to charge about $1,500 materials and labor for a Benjamin Moore finish. Now, if you're in a really nice house, you know, that's got like these windows that have like these little trims on it and stuff, and maybe if there's like a couple extra doors, then you want to charge a little more for that. You know, charge another $500 and make it $2,000 per room. But the point is, if you can break these down into these bite-sized pieces like that, you're going to be able to walk in the job like a human calculator, and as you're walking and you walk past an area, you're going to say, hey, can I fit a 12 by 15 room in it? Okay, $1,500. Can I fit like half a room? Okay, $750. Can I fit 2 of these because it's a high ceiling? 1, 2, and I'm stacking 2 rooms on top of each other? Okay, it's $3,000. And you will never go wrong using this method, as long as you don't get eraser syndrome and imagine that the rooms are smaller than they are. Charge $1,500 per every 12 by 15 block that you see, and you will have a margin of about 50%. That means if your cost is $10,000, your price is $20,000. And if it's any less of a margin and you're not doubling it, either the subcontractor's charging you too much, or you messed up and you missed something and you did an ad for something in your paint. So $1,500 per room. I also say, hey, if it's like a lot of prep or something like that, $2,000. Add another $500, right? Add like a bonus $500 for these extra things. So if this room needed a lot of prep and it also needed extra work with the trims, I do $500, then I do $500 again. So always have that kind of $500 bonus structure in your head. Now, if a homeowner is trying to cheap out and go cheaper, and there's not a lot of prep, and it's very minimal, then you can give them an option to do a coat of primer and a coat of finish paint, you know, and not do a 3-coat system. And you could charge like $1,200 for that. But I don't really do that. I really charge $1,500 for a coat of tinted primer and a coat of paint. If they're doing a 3-coat system, I up my prices to like $2,000 per room. And then if there's extra prep needed, I add another $500. And then if there's extra window stuff over here, add another $500. Make it $3,000 a room, right? If you've got prep and you got the window trim, $3,000. If you just have the prep, $2,500. You know, if you just have the 3-coat system, $2,000. And if it's a tint and a primer, $1,500. Yeah, you could go lower, like I was saying before, to $1,200 with a tint and a primer, but I really wouldn't do that. Keep your prices solid, because you don't want to fall into a scenario where you're doing a bunch of jobs for a little bit of money when you could have done 1 or 2 jobs and made more money. See, if you do jobs with half the headaches, because normally paying customers don't give you headaches, and you're making twice the amount of money, you're living 4 times the lifestyle. If you're to inherit double the headaches because you're dealing with cheap customers and you're dealing with half the profit, live 4 times the lifestyle.